Welcome back to Revenue Margin, brought to you by Rob Malenik. I want to talk today a little bit about why the office is important. I don't believe the office is dead. I believe that being together still matters. I do think though that there's a reality regarding remote work and how it proved to be effective for a period of time, but that doesn't mean that it's always the best strategy long term. The case for the office is that you really need to be talking about returning to the office. It isn't about control, but it's about connection. It's about the opportunity to have those side conversations regarding business to really rapidly grow the organization without having to call a 30-minute meeting every single time to discuss everything. In-person work fosters faster collaboration, more spontaneous idea sharing, and stronger cultural alignment. Mentorship happens in real time sometimes, and decisions can move quicker. And teams build trust in ways that Slack just can't replicate. For your earlier career professionals, especially, being in the room really can matter at times. They absorb context, learn by osmosis, and build networks that are hard to create in isolation. That being said, is that making the case for the in-office means that what leaders need to get right is that they need to force people back without necessarily making it that the remote was a mistake. They need to basically say that, hey, there's a reason for you to show up here. There's got to be a value add communication methodology versus, hey, you're just not here, you're not as effective. There's got to be clear collaboration days. Like, if you're going to have to, if you want to have a little bit of flexibility within your organization, maybe you're like, hey, we're going to be purposeful to be here from like Tuesday to Thursday. Mondays and Fridays are the kind of the days we do days off, but try to be here Tuesday to Thursday. There's got to be intentional team building events while they're there. If somebody comes in and sits at the cube and nobody talks to them all day, what was the point of having them back at the office? If you're not a leader that actually integrates them within the culture of the office, you're not effective. In addition to that, in very, very large organizations, you might have teams all over the United States. And so you still need to have a cross-functional relationship with those individuals. But how are you purposefully building that culture? How are you talking to the local office leader to make sure that the culture within the office is really being collaborative and adding value to those people that are being asked to be in office? And the physical environment is also key. Too often, it's a cubeville, and people are being slammed into a little office space, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'd rather be watching the birds outside my window. And so you've got to have something that makes the office worth the commute. There should be offices that are centers of energy, not just an empty cubicleville that you're sadness when you walk in. I think hybrid shouldn't be, though, considered a compromise, and it shouldn't be the fact that you reluctantly are giving people that option to occasionally work from home. It should be an intentional strategy. The best model isn't 100% fully remote, and the best model isn't 100% fully in the office. It's an intentional hybrid strategy associated with how you're focusing your employees in your organization. You need to come together to solve problems, drive innovation, and build relationships. But working from home, when deep focus is needed, it might be okay. Working from home because you have occasional doctor's appointment or dentist appointment once every 6 months. It's being reasonable, helping people out so that they can be able to handle their life needs that they potentially have. It's not about where you sit, it's about where you thrive. It's about the culture and the team that performs best. I think my call to action on this is, as leaders, it's our job to be able to build an environment where people can do their best work. And sometimes it means coming together in person and acknowledging that. Even though sometimes people are like, hey, it's an extra little bit of effort, and I'd prefer to be at home, even though it's really best for the culture. So what's your return to the office conversation? Let's start the dialogue below. Please also put a like down below if you forgot. Thank you so much for being here today, and hope to hear more from you regarding this topic. And thank you once again for joining an episode of Revenue Margin, brought to you by Rob Malenik. See you soon.